This woman was about to give birth, but her husband showed no concern at all, because he believed that childbirth was an easy task. When Connie returned from the hospital, he didn't even ask about the results. Instead, he told her to make dinner while he took their son out to have fun. Connie felt helpless, but had no choice. Soon, the day of her delivery arrived. The hospital sent a newly trained midwife, Frances, who had to handle the entire birth alone. When Frances arrived at Connie's home, the husband was just about to leave. He said he didn't want their son to witness anything unpleasant, so he planned to take him to his mother's place and return only after the baby was born. Hearing this made Frances even more nervous. She silently prayed that nothing would go wrong. But things didn't go as she hoped. Connie's contractions were intense, and she screamed in pain all night, yet still hadn't given birth. In that moment, all she wanted was her husband by her side, but he was relaxing somewhere else, reading the newspaper. Connie felt it was much more painful than her previous delivery. Frances realized something was wrong and brought out the oxygen machine, suggesting a change of position. Connie kept breathing from the mask, but felt no relief until she discovered that Frances hadn't even turned the oxygen on. One mistake after another made Connie feel like she was about to pass out. Thankfully, Frances finally noticed the issue. Connie was experiencing a compound presentation, meaning the baby's elbow was coming out first. Frances had only read about this in textbooks and had no idea how to handle it in real life. Connie felt hopeless, but Frances was the only one she could rely on. By early morning the next day, she still hadn't delivered. The husband had planned to come check on her, but the screams scared him off. Connie was completely exhausted. Frances picked up a pair of surgical scissors. She planned to make a small cut to help the baby come out, even though she wasn't sure it would work. Connie was in excruciating pain. But with every ounce of strength she had, she finally delivered the baby. She looked at her newborn and smiled with joy. Frances couldn't help but laugh in relief too. When she returned to the convent, everyone greeted her with a round of applause. The next day, Frances came back for a follow-up visit, only to find the husband hosting a party in the living room. The newborn was being passed around from one relative to another. He even tried to offer Frances a drink. Frances declined, insisting that Connie needed rest and everyone should leave. But the husband said Connie didn't mind. Frances, clearly angry, picked up the baby and walked straight into Connie's room. Connie was lying in bed, crying. She was exhausted. Her husband hadn't helped at all and was now throwing a party. There was no way she could rest. Frances decided to take action. She stormed out and firmly asked everyone to leave. She also scolded the husband for being so irresponsible. The guests listened and gradually left. Thanks to Frances, Connie was finally able to get a good night's sleep. Would you accept a husband who gave zero support before and after childbirth?